And then my second one would be that I would like to spend more time talking to my Father, my Heavenly Father. My dad passed away when I was 19, like Matt. We just got married, and shortly thereafter he had a heart attack, and my mom called and said she thinks he's down sitting by the driveway, his car's stuck in the driveway. I got out there, and sure enough, he was gone. There's nothing I could do to bring him back. And so I spent a lot of time with my dad, though, as a kid. That's where I learned how to do all the wiring and all the building and all that. Because I learned it all from him. I spent a lot of time with doing that. But the other thing I would like to do is spend more time, as I said, with my father. You know, and I went on a quest, and this is where I learned what Dave was talking about. I went on a quest down by Grand Rapids. Spent a whole week where this thing wasn't allowed. We weren't allowed to even take that with us. I'd leave it in my truck while I was gone. And at that time I was a supervisor, plus I was working working EMS at the time. And all I could do was leave the phone behind. I couldn't take it with me. I had no phone, no way to communicate with anybody what was happening. So during that time, and it was a very good time, because I spent a lot of time just talking to the Father and what he wanted. They actually gave us a book, and we were to, the second day. First day they did a lot of things, but then the second day, they sent us out and said, hey, go out and find a place to sit and communicate with the Father, and write a letter to God. Everything you want to say to God. If you want to complain, go ahead. Guess what? He's got big shoulders. And he will listen. And I learned that. No matter what you want to say, go ahead and write it down. Say it all. Get it all out. Spend a couple hours doing that. And then the next day, we did what Dave was talking about, where we spent a day, now sit down and write a letter from God to you. You know what? God answered just about everything I put down the day before. All the questions I had from the day before, he answered. But during that day, it was raining out. Not as bad as it was raining out here a little while ago, but it was raining. Everybody else, there was tents all around, because there was 25 of us guys that were out there. I didn't have a tent. I didn't have a chair. I just sat under a big tree. I had one raindrop, and I'm not sure that wasn't a tear. I had one raindrop fall on my paper that I was writing during that whole day. I literally wrote everything God had to say to me, and I think it took me the full 2 hours that day. First thing they do is told us to go sit and be quiet. That means zip up your lips and don't say a word. Just zip up your lips and just pray. Just pray and let God talk to you. So as I did that, while he's talking to me, I literally had a squirrel run right up me. Right up one arm and right across to the other, and I gave it a fling. Flung it away from me. I was sitting there that quietly. Then I had a deer come walking up, and I literally had to wave my arms to get this deer to not to run me over. Just come right up towards me. But I spent a good time talking with God and writing things down and what he had to say. And I've done that 3 different times since. And I really think it's a time for me to do it again. Because I don't do it enough. I don't do enough of that, of taking time to just sit down and listen to God, what he has to say. And that's something I need to do again.